Hi, in this tutorial I will be designing a Gridfinity bin base. You will be utilizing this to design the rest of your custom organizer. In Classroom, I have the dimensions and everything linked, so you'll be using these to design it. Now, there are multiple ways of going about this. How I will be designing it in this tutorial is starting with the main square here, and then we will be adding offsets to that for each of these individual lips here. So we're going to start by going down and grabbing the size of that initial square, which is 41.5 millimeters. So we're going to hop back into Fusion, create a new sketch, select the bottom view here, and then go out to 41.5 millimeters, 41.5. And now hopping back over to the sketch, we can see that this initial lip here is 2.15 millimeters. Offset, 2.15. So now we're going to do the extrusion. So go up in your toolbar, select extrude. We're going to select both of these faces. And then back here, first one should be 2.15. So we're going to extrude down, negative 2.15. And then OK. And now for the next lip, we want to go from here all the way down to here. So that should be 1.8 plus 0.8. You can either use a calculator, or if you don't want to, the easier way is to just do it in Fusion. So we're going to have to go back and show that sketch. Select it. Extend type, we're going to do start from object. We're going to select this side, and then we're going to extrude down and type in negative 1.8, and then we can do the equation here, minus 0.8. So now we have this lip here. It's a little basic right now, so now we're going to go back and get those nice rounded corners on there. So scrolling down, or scrolling up, it says the radius of the first one should be 3.75 millimeters. So we're going to go back to Fusion, select Fillet, and now select all of these corners. That one, here, and here. 3.75. And then we have these corners to do as well. And those should be 1.6 millimeters. And then after that, we still don't have those chamfered edges. So what we're going to do, select Modify, Chamfer, select this edge here, which needs to be 2.15. 2.15. And then the other one here, which is 0.8. So modify, chamfer, that edge, 0.8. So now we're almost done. The one thing we're missing is the holes for the magnets. It looks like we're going to have to make a new sketch on top of this here. And the reason we are making a new sketch is because our dimensions are going to have to reference these chamfers that were made instead of any of the stuff that was done in the base sketch. So looking here, the diameter of the circle is 6.5 millimeters. So we're going to go here. Anywhere in this box, do 6.5. And then you'll notice that it's blue, which means that it's unconstrained. So we're going to go up to here, sketch dimension, click the circle, click here, and then the dimension needs to be 4.8. And then we have to constrain it to the other wall as well. So select the circle again, select here, 4.8. Now that's constrained. we need the other circle in the middle, which is 3 millimeters. So we're going to go back, another circle, 3 millimeters. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do is make a pattern. So we have this one here already. So we select line, construction over here, and then go from center here all the way down to the other edge, and then from the center point there all the way to here. Now we can do mirror, objects, that, mirror line, this. Okay. To mirror again, we're going to select this, 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 mirror line, and you're going to select your other line there. Okay. And then we are going to finish sketch and then extrude these. So go to extrude. Here it says the depth is 2 millimeters for that first one. So go back over to Fusion, select all of these. And then we're going to extrude 2. And then that center hole gets extruded 2.5. So we're going to go back, show the sketch, select, and then 2.5. And then this step is completely optional, but in Fusion 360, you can go ahead and rename your component in this sidebar. I would recommend doing this, just so that when things are exported to be 3D printed, the file name is correct. So we're going to name this bin base. Now we obviously want more than just one of these. We want to incorporate it into the larger, bin design. So what we're going to do is go back into this initial sketch. We're going to create the size of our initial bin. I'm going to be making a 2x2 bin. So we're going to do 41.5 times 2. And then we do want a 0.5 millimeter gap in between them. So we're going to add plus 0.5. And we're going to do that for tab over for the other one as well. And then finish. For the amount we're going to be extruding that by, it does need to be a multiple of 7, and that includes this bit here. So we go back to here. This entire bit here took up 4.75 millimeters. So we go back here. And you can also see that by doing inspect, measure that, 4.75. So we want to do however tall you want it. So I would say let's make it 3 units tall. So we're going to do 7 times 3 minus 4.75 to account for that base. So we can go back and hide that. So now we do want multiple of these features here. So we're going to go to Create, Pattern, Rectangular Pattern. Object type needs to be features here. We do not want to select the last one. We're going to select from here to here. Axes, it can be that or that, doesn't matter. And then we want to go and select from extend to spacing. And then the spacing needs to be 41.5 plus 0.5 as our tolerance between them. And you only want 2 of them. Same for this side as well, 41.5 plus 0.5, and only 2 of them. Okay. And now we have all of those features for interacting with the base plate. With your organizer, you will also need to design a top lip. so that other Gridfinity organizers can stack on top of it. Head back over to the documentation. For the stacking lip, it is going to be very similar to the base itself. So what we're going to do for the full dimensions is scroll back up here to the base plate design profile. The initial lip should be 2.85 millimeters. So in Fusion, select offset here, negative 2.85. And then that next one is an 0.7 millimeter difference. Offset again, negative 2.85 plus 0.7. So now we're going to extrude the lip. So go to extrude, select this here. It says it needs to be 4.65 millimeters tall. So 4.65. Show the sketch again. The other section should be 0.7. So extrude, 0.7. You will need to round the inner portion as well. So here you can see that first one should be 1.85 millimeters. Back over in Fusion. Fillet. Select that. $1.85. Back over here. The next one should be 1.15. Fillet. Select. Select. There. There. And then 1.15. After that, you need to chamfer them. So go to chamfer. The first one should be 2.15. And 0.7. After that, you're going to want to round these corners here. Looking back here, they should be 3.75 millimeters. So fillet, select, 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 select. 3.75. And to finish everything off, these are still individual bodies from whenever we did the pattern. So to merge them, we're going to select Combine up here in the Modify menu. Target body should be bin base. Tool bodies should be the rest of these. That's the end of the tutorial. You should now have everything you need to go make something cool. Well, what are you doing here? Go, leave. I believe in you.